All right, everybody, welcome to 2025 soccer. Boy, it doesn't seem like that long ago. We were finishing up the 2024 season, but here we are, August 20th. Meet the Railers, Lincoln Boys Soccer 2025 season. My name is Aaron Romer, bringing you this live stream all season long, at least for one more year. If you want to take the job next season, it's all yours. Good look at the guys there. So green versus white, varsity versus junior varsity. Varsity will be in green, JV will be in white. I'll do my best to call out the junior varsity guys when they touch the ball. There's about 10 guys. I was going over the roster here earlier, about 10 guys that I don't really know, which is good for LCHS soccer, getting some guys out. But yeah, these guys are just below the age group that my boys played. So they're just beyond my knowledge, just a little bit too young. But the field's looking great. Temperature is just about right. About 80 degrees out. Wind out of the northeast. I suppose we're going to play 20 or 30 minutes worth of soccer, and then they'll switch things up. And the whole night's going to last about an hour, but we'll bring it to you live here from Hanlon Field, first soccer match of the season. Looking at the varsity roster here, Ryan Gowan, Zane Hubrick, Bryson Falcon, Luca Messina, John David Dietrich, Elijah Crawford, Eli Romer, TJ Morris, Grady Rutledge, John Biven, Carter Ferguson, Riley Simpson, Colin Crombie, Owen Cyrillic, Asher Scott, and Drake Evans. I had no idea Owen was playing soccer. Owen Cyrillic, I don't see him out there. This is news to me if he's out here. That's great. He's a good athlete. Then our junior varsity, Bryson Falcon, John David Dietrich, Max Miller. Some of these names will repeat. Nolan Schaffenacker, Grady Rutledge, Preston McCain, Ryan Reed, Asher Scott, Jace Hunt, Lane Page, Caden Eels, Braden Allen, and Tianyu Zhang. I hope I said that last name right. I don't know. We're going to go with it. Good look at the guys right there. I'm gonna guess and put 20 minutes on the clock. I think 40 is a little zealous. This is also a dry run for my live stream setup too. So there may be a few hiccups. In fact, I'm not sure you can hear me now, but we're gonna do our best to bring it to you. And we'll work out, I'll watch it back later and we'll work out anything we need to. Season starts for real on Monday. Monday at Williamsville. Tuesday back here at home, and I'd have to look up and see who we're playing. And then we go Thursday back to Pleasant Plains. So the season starts right away on Monday, about, 5 days from now. So let me pull up the roster, or the schedule rather, and let's take a look. So yeah, Monday at Williamsville, Tuesday at home against Jacksonville, and that could be a doozy. The game against Jacksonville, always physical. So to be our second game of the season, that's going to be one to look out for. And then we practice on Wednesday, Thursday back at Pleasant Plains. So we're on the road twice next week. And then we go on the 30th to Carlinville for the Carlinville North Mac Kickoff Classic down in Carlinville. First time at that tournament. And I'll tell you what, I played at that tournament back in the late 90s, so I'm kind of pumped to get back down there. I think that's going to be good. So good look at the guys right here as they approach the near sideline. Coach Stuckey with the mic. Gonna surely go through the roster here. I'll see if I need to make any changes. So again, we want to welcome you to Meet the Railers 2025. And here in just a second, we'll hand it off to Coach Stuckey. Hopefully you can hear him.
Hello, we'd like to thank you all for coming out for our Meet the Soccer Railers scrimmage. Standing before you is the 2025 boys soccer team. If you're new, here's how this works. I'm going to introduce all the players. Then we will run a 20-minute scrimmage. It's kind of a starting 11 versus second 11. And then we will bring the players in and divide it into what we hope are even teams. And then we will run another 20-minute scrimmage with even teams. So we'll start off with the freshmen. We have 9 freshmen this year, which is a good number. The first one is number 89, Tim Zane. So you guys can wave when I call your name. The next one, number 21, Ryan Reed.
Number 21, Ryan Reed.
Number 44, Caden Eels.
Number 44, Caden Eels.
There we go. Caden can wave. Number 31, Jace Hunt.
Number 31, Jace Hunt.
Number 45, Braden Allen.
Number 45, Braden Allen.
Number 37, Lane Page.
Number 37, Lane Page.
Number 15, Nolan Scheffenecker.
Number 15, Nolan Scheffenecker.
I don't know what his number is on there. It's 27, right? 27, Asher Scott.
Number 27, Asher Scott.
And the last freshman, but not the least, 17, Grady Rutledge.
Number 17, Grady Rutledge.
All right, we have 4 sophomores next in line. Number 4, Bryson Falcon.
Number 4, Bryson Falcon.
Number 7, John David Dietrich.
Number 7, John David Dietrich.
Number 14, Max Miller.
Number 14, Max Miller.
And number 20, Preston McCain.
And number 20, Preston McCain. 4 sophomores.
And now we have 5 juniors next in line. Number 6, Luca Messina.
Number 6, Luca Messina.
Number 24, Colin Crombie.
Number 24, Colin Crombie.
Number 26, Owen Cyrillic.
Number 26, Owen Cyrillic.
Number 10, Carson McConnell.
Number 10, Carson McConnell, who came back out again today.
Number 28,
We'll tell that story in a little bit. And then Drake Evans, number 28.
And then we have a really strong senior class this year. We have 8 seniors. Once Riley gets healthy, he's the one in the middle there. Hopefully he's able to play sometime in September. He had ACL surgery back in February. Is that right? So otherwise, you will see these seniors on the varsity field a lot, all of them. We've got a good senior class. So here they are. 18, John Biven.
Number 18, John Biven.
Is it 2, Ryan? Okay. Number 2, Ryan Gowan.
Number 2, Ryan Gowan.
Number 3, Zane Hubrick.
Number 3, Zane Hubrick.
Number 23, Riley Simpson.
Number 23, Riley Simpson.
Number 22, Carter Ferguson.
22, Carter Ferguson.
Gotta move your hands, TJ. Number 13, TJ Morris.
Number 13, TJ Morris.
Number 11, Elijah Crawford.
Number 11, Elijah Crawford.
And again, last but not least, number 12, Eli.
And number 12, Eli Romer. Those are your seniors.
Thank you very much. Hopefully they do a good job for you. Thank you.
He may have said how long we're going to play. I'm not exactly certain. So again, good to see Owen Cyrillic out. I know he's kind of focusing on cross country, but decided to give us a shot. Just glad to see him out here. Good athlete. And then so the story behind Carson McConnell, he had kind of decided, played a little bit in the summer, and decided he was not going to play soccer. And then just today, I guess kind of night before last.
To introduce the match official tonight is Noah Stuckey. You can give him as much heck as you want from the stands.
Noah Stuckey, the official for tonight. But anyway, Carson McConnell had decided kind of last minute that he was going to play. And I'll tell you what, this team is markedly better with Carson McConnell on this team as he steps in at goalkeeper. I believe so. Goalkeeper for the varsity squad. Maybe not. Maybe not. Looks like he might be in the back at defense, but he was warming up as goalkeeper. Again, Carson McConnell back on the team. Makes me proud. I'm glad I didn't promise him anything, but boy, we were sure ragging on him to get him back out. Again, my name's Aaron Romer, bringing you LCHS men's soccer all fall. We'll be here. I'll be at every game, every single game, the away games. I know there's a couple that we can't get a signal out because connection is just terrible. Rochester's one. We'll have to wait and see what the schedule brings. But other than that, we're going to have every single game for you live here on our YouTube channel. So go ahead and subscribe, do all that kind of stuff, and be sure you get the notices. I'll also post the links to the games on our Facebook channel. So make sure you get on there and like our Facebook page, and you'll get all the updates there as well. I'm going to say there's 20 minutes. He may have said that earlier. You know what? I'm going to do 25 just because. Here we go. All right, timer starts. Again, the varsity in green. They said they'd play for some time and then divvy it up and play for some more with maybe a little more even teams. Carter Ferguson there. Works free into some space. That's Elijah Crawford with the right foot. And that dribbles in for a goal. So Elijah Crawford with the first goal of the match. Makes it 1-0 Railers. Let's watch that back. Just behind the defender and the speed of Crawford. Able to squeak that one through. So in no time flat. Let's see if we can change the score, see if my scoreboard's still working. Sure enough, we're gonna let the clock continue to run here. Not sure exactly how official this is, so if you're new to soccer or maybe just a little rusty on the rules, the clock will stop on goals. They play 40-minute halves, continuous clock, but the clock will stop upon a goal by a team. That's Ferguson. Looks across the middle, right foot onto the ground, picked up by McConnell. They play 11 on each side. McConnell punts it away to midfield. That's Rutledge. To John David Dietrich, who wears the number 7 in the white. Into Romer on the right side. He'll take it down the far sideline. Right foot cross, picked up by McConnell. Handled easily. Again, nice night. 80 degrees, give or take, a degree or two. Humidity's down. Wind out of the northeast. Just a good night for soccer. It's kind of cooled down this week. God's looking out for us, keeping us cool here on the pitch early in this season. Colin Crombie with the throw in. Falcon. Cyrillic into Page. Page pushes it forward, picked up by Crombie. Punched ahead by Biven. That's Cyrillic, number 26 in the white on the far sideline. Works it through into Page. Lane Page, a freshman. That's Cyrillic. Drives in, punched away by the goalkeeper, kept in bounds. That's Rutledge. Fought off by Biven, pushed ahead. That's Ferguson. Nice job by Hunt. Up to Miller. Crombie. That's Messina. Dietrich. Crawford. Crawford. Ahead to Hubrick. Hubrick's got some speed. Hubrick into the 18. Back to his left foot, picked up by McConnell. (1-0) Varsity leads off the early goal from Elijah Crawford. Right out to Falcon, and he shoots it wide right in an open net. So the varsity squad, we'll go over this again if you're just tuning in. Ryan Gowan comes in for Luca Messina. It's Elijah Crawford, Ryan Gowan, Carter Ferguson, Asher Scott, Eli Romer, Bryson Falcon. Did I say that already? Over to Romer on the right side. Romer with a cross on the ground. Oh, nice work. And that's another goal for the varsity squad. We'll watch that one back. Nice pass from Romer on the ground to Allen. Nice little touch. Makes it 2-0. Okay, this scoreboard app has changed on me, so you gotta bear with me. I'll get the score added. Pushed in deep. On our back line there, that's John Biven. To his right is Colin Crombie. TJ Morris in the middle with Crombie. And then Zane Hubrick. And Asher Scott back in goal for the varsity squad, wearing the bright green penny in the back. Falcon ahead. Tries to find Romer on the wing. Eli backs his man down, keeps possession, back to Hubrick. Ball punched away by Cyrillic. So when we get into the season, I find it much easier and much more fun to just call the game for our team. So I'm being pretty generous on both sides here tonight, but don't mistake in this, because when we get into the season, it's all Lincoln Railers, and we totally play favorites. We're not an enemy broadcast up here, so I typically will just call our players out unless I know a particular player for the other squad. But I'm here to call your favorite player out as they touch the ball. That's Ferguson with the nice cross into Romer. Romer signs himself into the 18. Ball on the right foot. Sent in, picked up by McConnell. Varsity squad getting plenty of looks here early. Just about 7 minutes into this first half. That's Rutledge, able to show off some speed against Biven. Ball played out of bounds. It'll be a white throw. Ryan Reed into goal. He sprints on there at the top of your screen. And then Bryson Falcon off. And who came in for him? I didn't see that. Oh, Luca Messina back on. Where's number 6 in green? Nolan Schaffernacker to throw in for the Rail Splitters. Back to Preston McCain. New name for me, at least. That's Schaffernacker able to push in. Glad to see both Nolan. Oh, Romer down the right side. Got some speed up against Hunt. Open shot here at the right foot. Sent across. Who's there? Too deep. Back to Ferguson. Ball kept. Possession kept. Ferguson with a nice cut. Onto the right foot. Kept low. Nice job by McConnell. I see what Coach did. He put McConnell back there to give him some reps here against this varsity squad. That's a wise move from Coach Stuckey, who's been coaching, if I had to guess, maybe 40 years. That's just a guess, and that's a joke. He has not been coaching 40 years. But maybe 20, 21, it's something like that. 25 maybe, right around in that area. Crawford into the 18, right foot, off the near post. Sent away. No ball boys this match. You'll have to run that down. Into the game is number 44, Caden Eels. And number 27, Asher Scott. Slaps a jersey on. Back with McConnell is Drake Evans. Up to Cyrillic. Romer with a quick poke to the right, then back left. Crawford. Crawford works that far sideline into the corner. Evans on him. Brings it in into the 18, sent across. And that was a good look there by Messina. just a bit off target, but didn't really have much of a lane to take. So nice touch from Messina. Romer poked ahead. Crawford to the right. Right foot. Oh boy, sent flying. He wants that one back. He was, I don't know, 15 feet away from the goal and somehow sent it 15 feet over the goal. Rutledge back into the game. For, who was that? Oh, comes in on varsity for Crawford. Play him up top. Let's see what Grady Rutledge has got. Freshman athlete for the Rail Splitters. Nice job by Lane Page. Good, glad to see him out as well. Played ahead. Eels there. Cyrillic back, that's Romer. Romer back to Hubrick. They'll spread it out. Hubrick pressured by Cyrillic. TJ will keep it back, go back to his right. I thought maybe he'd switch fields on us. There's Messina. Back to TJ, plays it forward. Ran out of room. Messina in the middle. Fed ahead, Ryan Gowan gets a late start. Here he comes, left foot. Ryan, oh, point blank shot handled well by Carson McConnell. Messina with a little bit of a loft and up and over. That'll be a goal kick. Let's watch Ryan Gowan's take here, because he had a good look. McConnell handled that pressure well. So Gowan off, Crawford back on. Ferguson off. Who came on for? A lot of shuffling going on here. I'll do my best. Who's that? John David on the far sideline. In for Eli Romer, it looks like. Back to Morris. Morris comes near sideline. That's Biven. Biven ahead. Falcon works it through. Tried to find Rutledge, couldn't connect. There's Messina picking up the slack. Here comes Schaffenacker. Passes it forward, finds Cyrillic. Good pass there by Nolan. Lane Page, good soft touch. Boy, I don't know how much soccer he's played, but Page looking athletic already on this early season. Two guys right there, Nolan and Lane. I was not pressuring, but I was really encouraging them to come out for soccer, and boy, I'm sure glad they did. I hope they found their good group of friends out here on the soccer pitch. You know, we treat our soccer guys very, very well, and you couldn't ask for a better group of guys year in and year out with this squad here for the Rail Splitters. Colin Crombie, the junior. There's number 24 over to Zane Hubrick. Hubrick sends it forward. That is going to be just out of reach for Crawford. Oh boy, here is John David going to lob it in, and just beyond the outstretched arms. Goes in for another goal. And we'll load that one up. Take a look. I think that was John David Dietrich. Saw an opportunity and took it. Saw McConnell out of position with nice little left foot there by Dietrich. So that'll be the third goal for the boys on the night. So I've got about 11:20 to go on this 25-minute half. I don't know if that's accurate or not. I don't know if we're going to be playing 25 minutes or if we're going to be doing 30 minutes, but I put us up for 25. We'll see how that goes. Hubrick. Zoom in a little bit more for you guys so you can kind of get a good look at the boys. Soccer is one of those sports, if you zoom in too far, you kind of lose perspective and positioning on the field. Nice job by Rutledge, found himself in a good position. But it's also kind of fun to see your boys out there. So we'll zoom in from time to time. Page on the far sideline, works it with the left foot, passes it through, finds Cyrillic. Into enemy territory, here they come. Nice job by Schaffenacker, sends it back to buy him some time, but that's picked up by Messina. Here comes Ferguson in a foot race with Eli Romer, who sends it away. Sent out from off Messina. Ferguson again with the throw. Finds Morris, who steps up. Morris wearing number 13 this year. Kind of partial to that number. That's my oldest son's number 13. Ryan Gowan back on. John Biven back on. And Braden. No, who is that? Bryson on. There's Bradens, there's Brysons, there's Grady's, there's Ashers, there's all kinds of new names for me. Brysons, Bradens. Anyway, we'll get them all eventually. Oh boy, look out. Oh, Lane Page nearly took advantage of a mistake by the varsity defense. Here's Cyrillic. Morris. Gowan. Messina in the middle. Rutledge. Gonna call a push on Rutledge. First whistle of the game. Called on Rutledge. He doesn't like it. I don't blame him. Kind of a bum call there by the referee. Not sure where they found him. Romer will clear this one out. Sent deep, that's Page. That's headed back, and that's going to go out of bounds for a corner kick. First corner kick of the match for the junior varsity. Find themselves down 3-0. Just under 10 minutes to play here in this first half. At least that's my guess. I don't know for certain. Okay, Lane Page will set us up with a corner kick. It looks like maybe Asher Scott will line up to take it. Here's Scott, arms up, it drops, ball's away. Out to the 18, headed away by Morris. Here he comes with open field ahead of him. Nice job by Hunt to track it down. There's Crawford. Crawford into the 18. Right foot sent on the ground, picked up by McConnell easily. Nice job by Carson McConnell to handle it. Right up to Morris. There's Schaffenacker. Flips it ahead. Allen punts it ahead. That's Rutledge. He's going to run out of room. McConnell sprints ahead and picks up the ball. Rolled out. That's Hunt. Fought away by Gowan. Pushed ahead, Scott. Or sorry, that's yeah, Scott. Crawford. Sent across. Romer pick up. Sorry, just toes it away. Up to Miller. Miller falls under pressure. Romer sends it out. Falcon over to Bivin as the varsity switches fields. Again, the varsity in green. They're starting to mix it up now, so it's not necessarily that way. Miller there. Schaffenacker has time to look. Schaffenacker. McCain loses the ball, and that's Ferguson. Here comes Rutledge. Nice job by Zhang. Sheng? We're going to say Sheng. Whistle, and that's the whistle. So 20 minutes has gone by. And the varsity won that one? I don't know. We'll just say the varsity played well. 3 goals. We're going to go ahead and reset the clock for another 20 minutes. And I know Coach is going to want to divvy this up a little bit more evenly. And we'll change our period to period 2. And there we are. So maybe we can even zero out the score. Again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Again, I'm going to try to have all of these games, every single game this season for you live. Good turnout here. I wish I could kind of pan down and show you guys, but if I had to guess, nobody's watching online, and there's about, I don't know, we're going to say it's 100 maybe, right? That's maybe 100 people down here. Families, relatives, friends. Got some volleyball girls that came over after practice. Got some buddies who just, maybe some football players, some baseball players, cross-country guys, track guys. Anyway, just a good turnout on what's turned out to be a really, really nice night here at Hanlon Field. We've had 25 viewers so far, so again, thank you guys for tuning in. And if there's ways I can improve, put in the comments, let me know. So last year, was it last year or maybe the year before? We had all kinds of brothers on the field. We had the Crombie brothers. We had the Gowan brothers. We had the Romer brothers. We had the Stuckey brothers. And this was the one night you kind of got to put them all on the same team, and they all got to play together, and that was awful fun to see. So I'm trying to think if there's any brothers, at least one watching online. That's right, Chad. Thanks, buddy. I'm trying to see if there's any brothers. I don't think we have any, unless I'm just missing it. So yeah, that was really unique just a couple years ago to have that many siblings all on the field together. All right, green versus white. On the green squad, looks like maybe Hubrick. Let's zoom in to show you here. Hubrick, Evans, Crombie. Who's that? Oh boy, I can't tell who these new guys are. That might be Caden Eels. We're going to say that's who that is. And then John David Dietrich, Max Miller. Who was that? That is Braden Allen, Elijah Crawford, Ryan Gowan, and Grady Rutledge. That's in the white. Then we have Eli Romer, Owen Cyrillic, Carter Ferguson. So they try to make this a little more even here. And then we have Bryson Falcon and, Luca Messina, TJ Morris. Back there, who's that? Schaffnacker, Sheng. Who else is that? Oh, Bivin and Lane Page. Those are your 2 squads on the field right now. So Carson McConnell in goal along with Asher Scott. I figure by September I should know the guys without having to refer to a roster. That's, I don't know, a couple weeks away yet. So, you know, this isn't my day job. If it were, I probably still wouldn't be much better, but I don't know. Hey, so this weekend, right? The Balloon Festival coming on this weekend. I know there's going to be lots of balloons in town. Did I read 31? I think that's right. So it's looking like it might be a good weekend for it. The ball's pushed ahead into the defense, and Hubrick will help. So tonight, meet the Railers for the soccer team. Tomorrow night, meet the Railers for volleyball. And then Friday night, meet the Railers for all fall sports, but primarily cheer, dance, and football. But I know all the fall sports will be there. Girls tennis, boys soccer, volleyball, they're all got to show up. Cross country, so they'll all be there. Oh, ball fought away. Romer's still in the fight on the far side as the sun comes back out. Romer with the left foot, sent across. Hubrick pushed away. Messina's there onto the left foot. Falcon takes a tumble. Crombie there. Falcon punched out. Ferguson's going to run out of space. I didn't start the clock. We'll do this. We'll do that. We'll do that. Yeah, roughly 18 minutes to go. Here's Crombie. Let's get in on here. Again, Carlin Crombie, I know running cross country too. So I've got a couple cross country soccer, you know, dual athletes this fall with Cyrillic and Crombie. Cyrillic received the ball, but got in the way. Here comes Gowan. Gowan on the offense. He'll push it ahead. Kicked away by Lane Page with a good save. That's Biven. Biven steps up. Crawford. Crawford with the right foot. Sent across. Nice job by McConnell. Another good save. A little replay here. At least Crawford able to keep it on the ground. Got a good look. McConnell able to keep it in front of him the whole time. Evans, Crombie, picked up by Morris. Morris sent through. That's Cyrillic. Right foot through. Romer's there too. Fought away. Cyrillic. Heels pushed ahead. Dietrich. Deep into green territory. That's Gowan. Gowan on the run's got some time. Morris with the quick turnaround. Morris through. Cyrillic. Romer pushed ahead. Romer into the corner. Cuts back. Crombie on him. And I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it was going to go out of bounds, so you're going to give them a goal kick. I don't know if you got a better view in Lincoln than from the top of Hanlon Field as we look to the south. I mean, look at that. Doesn't that look just nice with the beans and the cornfield off in the distance? And the flag flying, just a good look here as we start 2025 soccer season. Morris down the near sideline. Oh, misplayed, out of bounds. Coach said we'd be out of here by 7, so I'm guessing we got about 15 minutes or so to play here. There's Rutledge. Rutledge ahead. Finds Crawford. Crawford sends it across. Gowan's there. So is Miller. Miller picks it up. Punches it ahead. Inside the 18. Fought away by Sheng. Hubrick with the interception. Falcon back to Messina. There's Miller with the right foot. Picked up by Schaffnacker. Good save. Cyrillic to Romer. Romer down the far sideline. Ahead. Falcon. Nice job by Drake Evans. Cyrillic's there. Oh boy, defense standing strong. There's Messina to Romer. Romer's got to be offside. As the offside, as the defensive line came up to draw him off. Maybe the first good call in the night for Stuckey, the official. If he listen, I hope he listens to this and watches it back, because I'm just giving him a hard time. Watch it, TJ. Keep easy now. That's your guy. We can't have any injuries this early in the season. Crombie able to keep it in. Biven. Ferguson. Ferguson, number 22. Nice move past Evans. Ferguson into the 18, sent across to Romer. Romer on his right foot. Oh! Nice save by Asher Scott. Looks like Lane Page will come off. Preston McCain will come on. And then somebody else looks like might have come off, but I missed it. Dietrich fighting with Morris. Morris all over the field tonight. Back to Schaffnacker. Biven. Biven played ahead. Crombie. Crawford. Crawford chips it up. Rutledge is there. Rutledge in the right place. Onto his left foot. Left foot again from Rutledge. Oh, that's okay. With, you know what, a little more experience, that is going to be quite the play there by Rutledge. Look at that, man. Just way to stick with it. Nice work. One extra touch. That was nice. Rutledge again. There it is. Grady Rutledge with a goal. All right, see if we're going to catch this here. Here we go. Rutledge with an interception on the inexperienced defense, but nonetheless, Grady Rutledge looking sharp early in the season. So that's White. White with one goal. We'll add that. Cyrillic on the far sideline, looking to play it ahead. Cross midfield, that's Messina. Messina with the hesitation. Nice work, over to Falcon. Back to Messina. Messina finds some space, sends it ahead. Romer's there. Crombie will run it down, but that ball is played out of bounds. So White leads this one 1-0 off the pickup goal from Grady Rutledge. Freshman for the Rail Splitters. Wears number 17, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, sure enough. Rutledge played ahead. Gowan. Evans back to Gowan. Near side. And that goes out of bounds. John Biven plays it in. Schaffnacker will have to run it down. Nice job by Nolan, good cut. Bought himself some time. Good job by Nolan. Bivin there. Gowan trying to pick up the through ball. There's Gowan into the 18, sends it across. Rutledge to the far post. That's 2 for Grady Rutledge. Makes it 2-0 White. Gowan finds Rutledge just waiting. Sends it in. Nice work, Grady. Again, good addition to this roster. Here comes Messina. Through to Romer on the ground. Romer cuts back to the left foot, sent in. Oh, off close, just inside the near post. Sent out of bounds for a goal kick. So Chad Kearns corrected me, 38 balloons this weekend at the Balloon Festival here in town. So you're guaranteed to see a balloon. All you gotta do is look up. Look up. Be sure to come out to Open Arms too, and all weekend they're gonna be out there. So it's gonna be a good weekend for balloons in town if you are a fan. Ferguson kept in bounds. Colin Crombie. Sent ahead, that's Crombie. Finds Crawford. Crawford with a little space. To the near post, and then that goes out of bounds. You've got about, I don't know, 8 minutes, I'm guessing, according to our clock, left here in this Meet the Railers 2025 season. Before you know it, I don't want to say it, but it's going to be senior night. And it's going to be cold. But we'll take them a game at a time. So looking ahead, if you're just tuning in with us, season starts Monday. Monday at Williamsville. Again, we'll have all these games live for you here on our YouTube channel, Lincoln Railer Athletics, or you can check out the Facebook page. And then Tuesday, we have a home game against Jacksonville, probably the most physical game of the season. We'll see them twice this year. We'll see them again, like I said, next Tuesday at home, and then we'll go to Jacksonville for the Jacksonville tournament late in the season. We'll play them again. Always physical. And then Thursday, we're at Pleasant Plains. That'll be a corner kick for White at Pleasant Plains on Thursday, and then we head into our very first tournament of the season. It will be at Carlinville, the Carlinville Kickoff Classic, at 9 a.m. at Carlinville versus the Carlinville Cavaliers. I'm excited because I played in that tournament way back in the day. I mean, that's been around a long time. Played against the Cavaliers. Down, that's my old stomping grounds down that way. So excited to get back down to Carlinville for the Carlinville Kickoff Classic coming up this coming weekend. Or next weekend, I guess. 2 weekends. This weekend is Balloon Festival. Don't go to Carlinville this weekend. Stick around town. Again, a good turnout here in the crowd. I don't think, you can't really see that, and that's kind of a dumb shot, but just a good crowd here. Eli Romer on that far sideline. Sends it ahead, hoping for somebody there. Falcon was there, played out of bounds by Crombie. That'll be a green throw. Rutledge back on. And for Nolan Schafnack, no. And for John David Dietrich. Here comes Crawford. Crawford down the near sideline. Got to go up against Bivin. Bivin's got some speed. Crawford on the right foot. Oh! Great look. High pressure shot. Bivin just off his left shoulder. But Crawford gives it a go. Just sent wide. We'll watch it back here. Oh boy, you can just see He was right there where he needed to be, but Bivin applying the right kind of pressure. Two goals here in this second part of the scrimmage by Grady Rutledge. Puts the white team up 2-0. Here in this Meet the Railers scrimmage. We used to have what was called a soap scrimmage when I played football back in the day. Everybody was supposed to bring like soap and shampoo, because that was back when guys actually showered at school. Nobody does that anymore. I begged my boys to use the school's showers that saved me on a water bill, but no such luck. A nice cut back by Ferguson. Ferguson onto the right foot. Oh boy, what a good look. Good ball handling there by Carter Ferguson. Play that back. Ferguson right, back left, nice. Back right again. Maybe a little bit too much time, could have taken it with the left foot. I think heard Coach Stuckey shouting out. But anyway, our scrimmage used to be what was called a soap scrimmage, and everybody brought soap. And I know some schools will say, you know, bring Gatorade, bring bottles of water, and help with the concession stand. But this one's a free one here tonight. There's Crawford. Crawford Rutledge again with a hat trick. Right place, right time. As Rutledge puts a third one in. Here it is from Crawford. Nice work, Grady. Attaboy. 3-0. White team leads. There's our whistle. Messina. Back to TJ Morris. Nolan Schaffenacker feeds it up to Morris. Bivin. Evans, back to Bivin. Ferguson, Crombie there. Play it out of bounds. Not much time left here in this scrimmage. We'll see how long Coach lets it go. Crawford to Morris, or sorry, Ferguson to Morris. Morris ahead. Messina. Crawford. Schaffnacker. Play back. Bivens there. Over to Falcon. Uh-oh, Crawford intercepts. Look out, here comes White. Bivin will send it ahead. Romer will have to retreat. Come back and help. Keeps the ball in bounds. Dietrich. Oh, one too many moves. Able to maintain possession, but met some opposition there with Zane Hubrick. As he came up. Here's Morris. Morris and Romer, off-season mid-state teammates over in the Decatur Club. We're joined again here for their senior season. Here with the Rail Splitters, that's Bivin. Bivin ahead, that's Ferguson. Nice job by Evans. Evans, a nice little chop. Stole the ball away from Ferguson. Sends it out of bounds. Three goals. Grady Rutledge. Guarantee he's watching these back here tonight. Here's Morris. Ferguson. Flipped ahead, sent out by Evans. Buy the team some time to get back on defense. Dietrich. Fed back, Morris at the 18 to his right foot. Nice work by TJ Morris. Puts the green on the board. And that's the whistle. That'll finish us off, but not before TJ Morris gets on the board. Nice cut back to the right, kept it low. Kind of went back left, so good job, guys. All right, that'll do. Put this score on the board, or else I might hear about it later on. Thanks for joining us, everybody. This has been Aaron Romer with the live stream of the Meet the Railers 2025 boys soccer season. And we'll see them one last time right here as they come and thank the fans for coming out. All right, this has been Aaron Romer bringing you Lincoln Rail Splitter Soccer here in this 2025 season. We got a long season ahead of us. Can't wait. Thanks for joining us, everybody. And we'll see you guys again on Monday. Until then, have a good weekend.